Servus, Freunde. My name's Jimmy Cage.
And I'm Deniz, the Buddymeister.
Wait a minute.
What?
Buddymeister? Aren't you Bombay Baashha Buddy?
What? Who?
Yeah, I think so. But I have to make sure. Buddy, please get out and come back in.
Be my guest. And I'm Deniz, the Buddymeister.
Sometimes I'm wrong. Servus, Freunde. My name is Jimmy Cage.
And I'm Deniz, the Buddymeister.
Normally, I would say we have reviewed almost 500 Indian movies on the channel. But you know what, buddy?
What?
Today, I just declare that this is movie number 500.
You just declare?
Yeah, I just declare because
This is it.
this is it. We have a playlist
Okay.
for all of the Indian movies, and it's like 510 or something like that, because there are also our top 10 lists included in that. But I think even if I subtract them, I think we are over 500 now. So let's just say this is number 500.
Okay.
Superstar Rajinikanth, I think it fits.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, once again, this was picked by one of our awesome Masala tier supporters. This was picked by Ravi. He picked the 1995 Tamil language gangster action comedy drama Baashha. It was written and directed by Suresh Krishna. It became one of the most successful films in Rajinikanth's career. And I think you can tell me who's in it and what it is all about.
Yes. So the movie starring Rajinikanth, Nagma, Raghuvaran, and Janagaraj. And yeah, it was directed by Suresh Krishna. We've reviewed Annamalai
Yeah,
a few weeks ago.
that was also
That
by
was
him.
also Suresh Krishna.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. I knew that it's the same composer and the same lyricist, but
Music by Deva,
Yeah.
lyrics by Vairamutu. Yeah.
yeah.
And 6 of 7 songs sung by SPB.
Exactly. Also, like in Annamalai, and
Yep.
it makes sense
Sorry.
that this is the same director. Yeah,
That's
it's
why
okay.
I'm here.
Yeah, definitely. So, story, please.
Yeah, so the story revolves around Manikam, an auto driver who maintains a humble exterior and stays away from violence, but has a dark past, which he conceals from his family.
Yeah. So I think we liked Annamalai quite a bit. I think
Yeah,
we gave
yeah.
it like a
Annamalai was fun, yeah.
7 out of 10. Wasn't it the first movie with the Superstar Rajinikanth title card, or was that yet another film?
No idea. I don't
No
know.
idea. I'm
But-
not sure either.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we like that movie quite
Yeah.
a bit, and I have to say I like this movie also quite a bit.
Okay.
You didn't?
Well, I thought overall it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen quite a bunch of these of Rajini's movies that are
Yeah.
working in that vein. Annamalai, Shivaji the Boss, Telepathy to some extent.
Mhm.
But for me, well, Baashha is like somewhere in the middle
Yeah,
of all
okay.
of these movies. I mean, it's definitely entertaining and it has its moments, but it's like also, I don't know. It's like it felt a little bit more superficial, and
Yeah.
like the producers like just want to check boxes of what have we to do with these movies.
Yeah.
With this movie. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's still
Yeah.
a fine movie, but if I like had to choose like what Rajini movie am I going to watch tonight,
Yeah.
Baashha won't be the one. Yeah.
Yeah, I can totally see that.
Yeah.
It's a very familiar formula.
Yeah.
Of course, we have once again the common peace-loving man in Annamalai. He was a milkman. Here,
Yeah,
he's
the auto man.
auto man,
Yeah.
auto driver.
Yeah.
But of course, he's actually more than meets the eye.
Yeah.
That's something that's not a big secret here. We find out pretty early on there are these flashbacks with the Terminator 2 theme
Yep.
music. And I'm not gonna lie, when I watch the movie and these sequences pop up, I was really looking forward to the second half. I thought, what kind of crazy movie will the second half become? Because there's a lot going on in these negative effect sequences. But then I have to say, I like the first half more. The first half, I think the characters are more relatable.
It's more coherent also.
It's more coherent. You have the dynamic with the family, with the siblings. You have the dynamic with the love interest, who's a lot of fun. Nagma, who plays Priya, that was a lot of fun. Also because of the wonderful song and dance sequence where she falls in love with him and she sees him everywhere, but then it turns out, no, it's not him. So first half, a lot of fun. And then the second half, it's all right, but it's like really going through the motions. Okay, now we have the flashback. We knew that the flashback was coming. Then there's a flashback in the flashback where we have to find out why did he become Baashha. And that's an element that's really not super engaging. It's really, okay, there was this friendship. His best friend was murdered. He seeked revenge for that, but it's really like, okay, I don't know that guy. Let's go. But we also get the true villain in the second half, played by Raghuvaran. Mark Anthony. I thought he was a lot of fun.
He's a lot of fun, in the end, he's a very classic, typical Uber villain. But of course, he's totally fine.
The performances.
At first, I thought, because they talk about this Indra, the rowdy of the area, which is like the first fight where Manikam shows what he has to offer.
That's the big pre-interval scene, which is really great. I think.
So we have the minor villain, Indra. We have Keshav, the father of Priya, who is like this more subtle villain who plays all the sides all the time, and like the uber villain, Mark Anthony.
In the second half, exactly. But unfortunately, none of them have that much screen time.
And that's like one of those things that when I think about this movie, it's like there are not that many like memorable characters. There are memorable moments, of course. The movie has its moments, but even those are not like, that was from Baashha. I will probably never remember, like, okay, this text, this auto driver thing is like, it's like one of those things that like makes this movie stand out. That like this the former gang of Baashha becomes like this auto driver gang. It's kind of fun. I wish they would have done more with that idea.
It's really fun when all of them are driving and you have.
It's kind of nice that they all found their place after they like dismantled the gang.
And also in the first half, he doesn't want to fight anyone, and he's always holding back. And you have these cutaways to all of the gang members, and it's really fun how it is shot, how it's edited, to see them, and you are like, oh, every minute now hell will break loose, but then it really takes a while, and he no.
That's really one of the strongest aspects for me from this movie, is like this, how they tease us in the first half, because we of course know what's coming. By now we know what's coming in the second half, but it's really nice how they take their time, how they subtly build his character. We know that he's going to explode at some point, but it's really nice to have this more restrained first half. So this build up, it makes it's fun.
The build up is great, and then when he beats up, what's the name of the goon? Indra, that's also really fun. It's a typical 90s Indian action choreography with a lot of throwing and fun editing. Sometimes I'm not sure if the editing is supposed to be fun, but for me it's kind of fun, because sometimes it's like we are missing a few frames here and there, or a few transitions.
It's a bit rough at some points.
It's a bit rough, but it has its charm. I mean, it has that 90s Rajinikanth charm for sure. And also in the first half, the songs are great. Of course, there's an introduction song that's all about being an auto driver.
Always great if you introduce a character with a song. That's nice.
Especially Rajinikanth with his sneakers, and everyone looks a little bit like him. And really, it was again like in Anna Malay with the milk song. So this one is about driving an auto and with his friends and being just common people and stuff like that. And then we have the romantic song where the girl falls in love, but it's also a fun song.
That's Priya's fantasy, you mean? Where
Priya's fantasy.
Where she sees Manikam everywhere.
Yeah.
À la gueule is the song.
I'm not sure, but
that's really a great song.
That's really a great song,
This 80s, 90s synthy flow with this.
But then, of course, there's the song Style.
Yeah, that's the third song,
and that's great. That's a great song. It's so much fun. It's what you are looking forward to in a Rajinikanth movie like this. So that's a lot of fun. And then the second half, it's decent, but I wasn't involved as much as I hoped I would be.
It becomes more of an action entertainment. Yeah,
but
it's not that much.
But with no tension really, because.
You have to be careful with these Rajinikanth movies because, of course, he will beat everybody in the end. And if
you watch it because you want to see how stylish he's doing it.
Absolutely. But if you don't have the most memorable characters or memorable setting and all this stuff, and you have maybe seen this kind of movie quite a lot of times, do you think, so you have to do something different? But it also, of course, depended on. We've seen Baashha now. Maybe if we've seen Baashha before all the other movies, it would be different.
I think this is like the equivalent for like an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie for us.
Yeah.
Like something like Commando or The Running Man, something where he's just the badass who beats everyone up, some cool one-liners. Yeah. Here, Rajinikanth has like this, I say it once and... So you have these elements, and I think... if you watch this in the 90s, in the Rajinikanth craze, I think
of course
it's something different. But overall, the story is just, the story is pretty thin.
Yeah.
The motivation for our main character is just like he promised his late father something, that he's looking out for his siblings.
Yeah.
But that's in the first half, that's basically it. And like you said, it's all about the build-up. We're just waiting for
Manikam to become
Baashha again.
Yeah.
But apart from that, the movie isn't really about anything. It's
not really.
The bad guys are no real threat, at least in the first half. In the second, of course, in the flashback, something was murdered.
Yeah.
But what does our protagonist really want? It's just looking out for his siblings, but that's also not the biggest part of the story. It's just like it has a very chill vibe and pace, and
they try to introduce Manikam also as this man of the people, because in the first scenes we have his I think what's his name, Murthy, or I don't know, his
best friend.
That's played by Janagaraj.
Yeah,
he gives the people. Yeah, he gives the people money. Manikam is paying for it. But there's also when he's Baashha in the flashback, there's this aspect of being the man of the people.
Yeah, there's the scene with the bomb.
Yes, there's the scene where all these houses let him do it.
No, I mean where they are in the last moment at a temple.
Oh yeah,
where they bomb.
And
then everyone is celebrating them.
But there's this slightly odd thing between how am I the man of the people, but I also have a lifestyle and I live in this mansion and I play piano like a villain. It's kind of strange. But this man of the people thing, they don't expand on that really, because it's all about how cool can Manikam become again. So they have a little bit in the background of the story, but they don't do anything with it.
Yeah. Fairly short for an Indian movie like this, only 2 hours 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It felt a little bit long in the second half, but it could have been like 40 minutes longer. We know how it often is with movies like this. But to come back to something positive, the performances, Rajinikanth, super charming. The comedy is nice, like in the beginning when the girl shows up and she's getting into the car with his best friend.
Oh yeah.
And then
hi.
Work. Bye. That was fun.
And he's screaming at it. It's silly,
it's super silly, but it works. The action bits are fun, and I think the cinematography is really quite beautiful sometimes. The scene where she's out in the rain and she says she's waiting here until he comes back, and then we see him in his room and there's a thunderstorm outside.
Yeah, with the lamp that's
moving.
Yeah,
but it's
a lot of atmosphere.
There's a lot of atmosphere, and it's of course shot on film, and it's when you watch a movie from the 90s, that's the stuff I want to see, and it looks really nice. And again, the song and dance sequences, all of them are done pretty well.
They're really great. Also, we have in the second the song where he's like, it's his birthday, I think.
Yeah, and it's
where
all
the
about
shooting,
the 8.
Where the shooting happens, it's Ramaya, also great.
Yep.
Yeah, not only the melody, the choreography, everything's the cinematography. That's it. Yeah, it's also a great song. Yeah,
that's really cool.
And this the fifth song, Tanga Magan. That's like the song where I think it happens. I don't know if it happens before or later, but it's a song where Priya is forced to marry someone, and Manikam comes with his friends to like take her away. And there's a scene where Kesav, the father, is also like, take her away, no problem. True. That's also a very nice song. Yeah.
And I mean, Rajinikanth, very stylish, of course. Even has a song about it. With the outfits, the sunglasses, the way he sits, the way he moves, the way he dances. The movie has all of the Rajinikanth mannerisms. And
and of course, in the end, it's like this when he has Mark Anthony like on his hands and is about to throw him into the fire. The best scene is when the policeman like tells him, "No, you don't want to become a criminal." And I was thinking, okay, but he just killed 20 people before. You only become a criminal if you throw the villain in the fire. Then you become a criminal.
Yeah, true. Then the other was maybe self-defense.
Yes, everything's self-defense. Yeah.
And then of course the villain gets a headshot.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But it's kind of nice it's kind of nice that the brother comes back into the picture. Because he's like introduced as a good cop.
Yeah.
He's like or like a feisty cop who can like fight people, and it's not like this guy. And he also like punches and beats some guys, but then Indra like throws him around.
Yeah.
But it's nice that he has like his moment again. Because I thought so maybe it's like he doesn't get anything in the end. Yeah. That's it from me, I think.
That's it for me as well. So what would you say in German?
So. In German I'd say, Baashha ist in Ordnung. Hat mich gut unterhalten und nie gelangweilt. Er ist aber leider auch etwas oberflächlicher und simpler konstruiert und ihm fehlen auch die wirklich einprägsamen Momente und Charaktere.
Pretty harsh.
Yeah, well, come on.
Baashha ist Rajinikanth Spaß durch und durch. Wunderbar nostalgische Masala Unterhaltung mit super charismatischem Star, schönen Songs, guter Action und der richtigen Portion Comedy. Die üblichen Schwächen hat der Film zwar auch, aber das fällt nicht weiter ins Gewicht. And did you notice something? I repeated the exact same thing
from
Annamalai. Yeah, exactly. But honestly,
but at that point you didn't know that it was directed by the same guy because he was surprised.
I didn't.
Maybe we should look it up. Maybe he isn't even directed.
No, I think you're right. Okay. But it totally fits here as well. I too liked Annamalai more than this one, but I still was pretty much entertained.
Okay.
So fine. I give Baashha 7 out of 10. It's more like 7.1, but I don't do that.
For me, it's 6 out of 10. It's more like 6.3, but I don't do that either.
All right.
Jimmy,
yes.
Did you know that there are roughly about 8 million auto rickshaws in India?
8 million?
Yeah, and that as of 2022, 2.4 million of those rickshaws are battery powered.
Nice. Didn't know that. Yeah. All right, you can find us, follow us, and support us on Patreon.
There are as many auto rickshaws in India as people are in Austria.
People are living in Austria. That's right.
Everyone in Austria could have his own auto rickshaw.
Maybe we should all go to India together. You can find us on Patreon simply at The Jimmy Cage. And if you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe, whatever you like.
And make sure you hit that bell for all we have to tell.